walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. Now, as always, let's get right into this Tarkir Dragonstorm draft, which by, let's just say, by now it's actually going acceptably. Is that even a word? I'm okay with how it's going. Anyway, if you like what I do, feel free to click some buttons and I will walk you through the picks and hopefully you can learn something. Now, if you disagree with anything that I do, you should let me know. Now, this first pack is very strong. There's this Stormbrood, which is amazing, but it's two colors. There's this Pack Beast, which is also very strong, and two rares. And the good thing about these rares is that they're actually single color, so it doesn't really matter what we go into. I think it's good anyway. I've not played with any of these rares. I think this one is actually the better one because you can use it in two ways. You can actually either flash it in as a combat trick, which is risky unless the opponent is tapped out, or you can flash it in after blockers so that if a creature dies, you will just get a token rewarded. Now, there's also this Avenger of the Fallen, which is pretty decent. However, I think this, of course, is best in a green, black, white maybe, or green, black, blue deck, which makes it more specific than this one. So I will pick this Anafenza. But I wouldn't mind the Pack Beast or the Stormbrood to come around, but I think before we get the pack, I think it will already be gone. Thunder of Unity, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. That's amazing value for 1 card. Frontline Rush, if you want to go aggressive. I like the Storm Singer. Now I think this one goes very well with the one that we just passed. But there's also this Detainment. Now I think Thunder of Unity is a stronger card, but I think the Detainment at this point in the draft is better for us, simply because we're going to leave our options open, see which color is open, hopefully together with white, but no other whites in this pack really interest me. So let's just take the white card. So far, pretty happy with the first 2 picks, and we can go, well, pretty much any way now. Could go Jeskai, could go Sultai, could go whatever. But let's just wait a few picks before actually settling into 2 colors, which I think is the best strategy. And I think at some point we will get a clear sign. So I don't really care about this ultimatum. I think it's okay, but we're not in those colors. There are some interesting cards here. If I were to pick one of these 2, it would be the Road Watcher. But there's also this Descendant of Storms, which is good in any deck as well. But we are passing on some pretty decent cards. But I'll just take the Descendant of Storms. Also like this Riding Dawnbreaker, by the way. So it seems as if at least white is reasonably open. And, maybe we'll end up with a mono white deck. I don't think, but, you never know. The good thing about this Descendant of Storms is that if you play this on turn 1, and you can just do this on attacks, often the opponent doesn't have a great block, or you leave a 1/1 token and they trade for it, which is pretty good, and then you don't have to play a card. Team Monuments. Sorry, I had a child interrupt me. There's an Exhale, which is pretty good. There's a Rediscover the Way, which is pretty much Jeskai. I also like the Rejuvenator, but you need to have big stuff to ramp into. I think I'll go for the Exhale. It's a decent removal spell. I don't really care about this Lancer. So let's just take it in. I think this could be a sign that black is also somewhat open. Okay, well. Here I think I'll take the Storm Singer, because I think this can do a lot of work, especially if you have some ways to endure, because this is not even non-token. So this works with Mobilize, it works with Endure, and it's very late, so I don't think we will get past the other one, but I'm gladly taking this. And it seems like we're at least white-black. And let's see what our third color is, either green or red. But I'm just going to stay in the two colors for as long as possible. I think this card goes best, of course, in black, white, red. Simply because it makes a lot of creatures. Devotee is pretty good. There's also this globe, very late. And it's not too late for us to pick up some dragons and go into multiple colors. I'm not really missing out on anything. I like the Dragonfire, but I don't want to play red-white on the 1 mana spot. So I'm just going to take this globe, and with this we can just go into take any colored dragon if we like, if we pick up some lands as well. And I believe pretty much any dragon is good for the late game. So we could just even splash for a blue dragon or whatever. I've never really seen this be very good. There's a Devotee very late. Don't really care about the Tempest Hawk. No dragons in this pack. I think I'll take the Sentinel. I don't want to play it. But maybe there will come a moment where we badly need fixing and we have some dragons, then I will just play it. But I'm not a big fan of this card. No one really cares about the Jasper, of course. I'll take a Worthy Cost. Premium removal spell if you have some small creatures, which we might with Mobilize and stuff. Also wouldn't mind this tap land, but I'm going to take this removal spell. Okay. Brigade is okay, I guess. Could also take the Boulderborn Dragon. But at this point... Yeah, I think I'll take the removal. I think the chances of us having some early plays making this a great thing are bigger than us playing the Dragonstorm Globe. Wow, frontline rush. So we didn't get the other Storm Singer, but we could still go just 3 colors looking at this. Don't really care about that. I'll just take the land. Nothing really here excites me. Poor turtles. No one wants the turtles. Alright. We have an Absent Monument. We could take Dragon's Prey. But there's also this Pack Beast, which I think is pretty strong. Also like the Exile, but we are quite high on removal already. So I'm just going to take the Pack Beast. Wouldn't mind the Prey or the Monument to come around, but I think Pack Beast does a lot of work. And if you could pick up more of these, any mobilized creature is just amazing. So the plan will be probably go wide. Oh my goodness. I think this is one of the best sieges there is. So when it enters, you choose one of the 2 modes. Absent means at the beginning of your end step put up something counter each creature you control. Well, if you already have quite the board, this is amazing. And Mardu, at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. So either way, it's pretty good. Wouldn't mind the Stalwart, but I think the Siege is the best choice by far. So there's a Pack Beast and the Sky Rider, and I think I'll take the Pack Beast here. Simply because this is okay, but the Pack Beast is just amazing value. This does something when it enters, this does something, you know, when you attack or whatever. I'll take all the Pack Beasts. Still not sure if red is our second color. I mean, this one tabled, and of course it's a good card. But as long as we're mainly black-white, I'm not sure if I'm going to play it this soon. Do we care about the Flurry? Do we care enough about the Flurry is the exact question. I think we do. Could also take the Barons. I'm in between these 2. I'm going to take the Barons. As I said, I'm not even sure if we will play red, and I'd rather have the land. Guess I'll take another dragon dude. We need small creatures. Now I think I'll take the dragon here. As I said before, we're quite high on removal, so I don't need this exile. And with the globe, this is still a reasonable play. Wow. So this is very specific. It needs you to leave, what is it? Have cards leave from the graveyard, which we don't have a lot of, but this one is actually pretty decent. But I don't think I can do it. Guess I'll just take the adapt here. If we play red, it will probably be at the high slot. That's a very late one. I like the kin guard. Let's see what you do. So if you play this, yeah, I think Rally the Monastery is great. Wouldn't mind one of these, or 2 or 5 of these actually. But we're not going to go into green. Let's just keep removing red. We can always put it in if we get some fixing. I'll take the land. As I said, the only dragons so far we're seeing are these boulder-born dragons, which are not terrible, but not really something I want to play the globe for. Now we could still end up with maybe 2 dragons in the last pack, black or white ones, and then I think I'll still play the globe. I mean, our top end is not amazing, so I'll just pick 2 drops and big dragons mostly. I've got a strange chair I'm sitting on. I've had multiple times when I'm just sitting and out of nowhere it just descends. Yeah, well, with this I think you want to go wide mostly. Not a bad card actually. Of course it's better in something with green, graveyard stuff. Might actually play that one. Many options. Let's just see if we can stay in 2 colors and maybe splash for something big. Wow, that's amazing. I don't think we can actually splash for that. Can we? Blue-red? Blue-green? Well... oh, it's exactly not in the 3 colors we're playing, which is very unfortunate. Yeesh. Well, I think we're going 5 colors. We've got a globe to help with the fixing. We've got some lands. And 5 colors it is. Now I know it might be trappy, but this thing is too good to actually not play. What do you do? That's pretty good. I'll take it. So you get 3 1/1 spirits, which is already good. And then you can put counters, and then all my creatures gain trample and lifelink. And since we're already into green, I'm just going to do that. And now we'll just pick up any fixing land or 2-drop, and nothing beyond that. We've got the 2 sentinels, by the way, so we're not bad on lands. We are a bit light on creatures, so 2 drops and tap lands. That's the goal. Now we've still got a whole pack to go, so we should be fine. That is a 2-drop, but it is from the graveyard, which is pretty terrible. So I'll just take the tap land. This doesn't do anything. I'll just take this Kirin. You can return anything, so you could even return this thing, for instance, when it's about to pop 3. Wouldn't mind the Bearer of Glory, but it's a very aggressive card. So I'm just taking the Kirin. Keeps our stuff alive. Gives us at least the option for some decent plays. And as I said, I think we mostly need creatures here. And I would prefer to replace this dragon, but if it's all we've got, I will play it. Or, well, actually prefer to replace the crocodile. Oh, that is exactly what we need. I would also like this Dawnbreaker and the land, but this dragon is exactly in our colors and it really helps. So let's just remove the crocodile for now. We could... Okay, let's keep it in. Curve-wise, it's not the worst. But now, let's see, we have about 4 more picks which we need, and they should all be 2-drop creatures. Okay, well, we don't have enough mobilize to make this incredible. So I'm just going to take this land because it helps. Didn't see any of the uncommon 3-colored lands, unfortunately. I would pick those highly now as well, but as I said, we mostly need 2 drops. Ooh, Bearer of Glory or Pack Beast. This is just sadness. It has to be the Bearer of Glory. As I said, we need 2 drops, but I love the Pack Beast. Because if you don't have enough creatures, it makes the Pack Beast worse. Okay, well, I'll take the removal spell. Curve is looking good. Lands are looking okay. We've got 2 sentinels. We don't have anything really with this, so I don't really care about that. Guess I'll take another Exile. No more 2-drop creatures, unfortunately. And also no lands. Oh, there we go. So maybe we could have picked the Pack Beast with that 2-drop coming so late. But I think this is about to be our deck. I'm not even sure if we have enough playables at the moment. We do. So I'm not cutting any lands. I want 1 basic of each. So I think I also need 1... No, we've got 3 blue sources, so I think we're good. We've got... Let's just cut the creatures or stuff I don't want to play first. I don't want to cut any creatures. I think this is not amazing since we don't have a lot of creatures and we have better removal. And I think I'll cut the other one as well. Or maybe the worthy costs. No, I think the maneuver has to go. Curve is looking great. Now land-wise, when you're building a deck, you want to make sure that in the first 3 mana slots, the colors you have there, you have 7 or preferably 8 of those colors, so that you won't get mana screwed in the early game. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white. We have 4, 5, 6 black, which is not enough. So let's see, that's right, 6 black. 1 green, 2, 3 green. It's also not amazing. I don't think we need 2 red actually. Because we've got 2 sentinels and we don't have any self-mill. So I think we can get the... and we have the orb. So I think this is going to be it. And these ones, it's not bad for us if we don't have black mana at the first turn. Maybe only for the exile. But let's see how this deck goes. Now it was very risky to splash for that card. Oh, actually it's not splash. It was just turning your 2-color deck into a 5-color deck. I would not advise anyone to do it. Because as you might see, it will make our deck way less consistent. Well, that was a hiccup in the game. Let's just see how it goes. Yep. Keeping it. Hello. Oh. Seems like we might be running into some dragons soon, but we've got a 2-drop and a 3-drop. And we've actually got, what is it, 3 of the colors already soon. Yep, he's got the globe. Now I assume he won't use it again. Okay, very happy with that. Now I hope he tries to remove this and we can just flash this in for a free token. But I assume there's a big 5-drop dragon coming now. Okay, well that's not too bad actually. And what do? Once creature enters, remove all counters from a 1 target creature. Okay. So I'm going to play the tap land. I want to get rid of the Bushmaster anyway, so I'm just going to make sure that I have some attacks. I will put, the first time I'll put some counters on this. Reason being, now we can just attack and we've got the Stormbrood if he tries to remove this. Keeping it alive. And next turn probably Crocodile or Stormsinger, I think a Crocodile. But this is just very good board presence. Well, I'm not going to play that before combat, because he might have a counter spell. So, if he doesn't do anything strange now, I will probably just play the Crocodile. It seems like he wants to do something strange. Yeah, let's just try and keep it alive. I think that's worth it anyway. And if he wants to spend 2 spells... Okay, well, our creature is still alive. I wonder if he will jump. Wow. So next turn we can, at the beginning, if a creature died on your control this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Okay. Well, we can still just flash it in, right? So it lost the counters, but that's about it. So let's just do this. Try this. Okay, that is nice. Well, at least now the board is open. And let's just put a lot of counters on everything. We're at 28, so this is not a big deal for us at the moment. And we can actually attack with the Descendant of Storms next turn. It will cost 2 mana to endure, so I hope to draw land, so that we can play the Stormsinger and do the endure thing. Of course, depending on what we draw. Okay. We are in a bit of a racing situation. This Forecaster is on the stack. This is a sorcery, so the thing we're waiting for is if he wants to do the Forecaster, which I think he could have done before. And we know that he doesn't have a trick to pump this, so we can get in for quite some more damage with this one. I will pay 2. I'll just put a counter on it simply because now it can attack freely. And he has to jump. I expect him to bounce this thing next turn. Maybe as a Boulder Dragon, yeah. But this is a lot of pressure. But he will have a 4/4 soon. Wow, he's attacking actually. That's interesting. I am going to offer the trade with the Descendant of Storms. But then I cannot play the Crocodile. Does it matter if I pay 2? It still trades, and otherwise he will double block. So I might as well not. And of course I'm fine with this trade. So he's going to bounce the Storm Singer. I assume he's still going to attack with a Feral. Maybe he has a removal spell. Yep. Oh, he bounced the Crocodile. Wow. Not sure what you would do. Maybe he has another removal. That's just trained, isn't it? Well, he has something. Probably a removal spell. Another Exhale, yep. Maybe I should have played around that actually. That was maybe a misplay. Yep. Yeah, I should have played around. I knew I could know that he had that, and if I hadn't attacked, he would get a counter. He would be too big. Yep. Yeah, that was a misplay. I think he's still trying to race. We are drawing a lot of lands. Wow, he actually drew something. My goodness. Yeah, well, we are a bit flooded here. He is still on a 2-turn clock though. So, oh, he can actually pump it 3 times now? Yeah, well, we need to top deck anything useful here. All the lands. Well, good game, I guess. Yep, never mind. Well, there's a difference. If he just draws action and we draw nothing, but I shouldn't have attacked there with the 5/5. So I think that loses the game actually. But him just drawing all the action while we draw all the lands. What can you do? Let's try that again. My word, this near game crash when it's about to join the game, that's just crazy. Alright. Focus. No white or black. But we've got the Sentinel. So it's a bit of a slow hand, but I think I'll keep. And of course there's a chance that we will. Okay, so we top deck white. Which means now we have pretty much all the colors. We find a swamp. Then play Pack Beast, I think. And then we've got pretty much all the colors that we need. I don't think well, maybe I'm going to block. Because the Pack Beast is actually way better attacker if he doesn't have the kin guard. Yep, that's a good card. That helps. And depending on what he plays now, if it has enough... Okay. Exile type creature or planeswalker. Yeah. Again, drawing a lot of lands. But at least next turn we can maybe do something with the pumping, but this is not looking too good. Yeah, and he has actually great attacks with those. A bit late to the party, unfortunately. I think I have to use the pump ability defensively. Maybe we can cut one land. Well, I think this might be over soon. Doesn't matter to pump. Yeah, we're really on the back foot now. I just have to prevent any damage and cost me so many cards. Oh my goodness, come on deck. 2, 4, 6, 8. We've drawn half of our lands. Yeah, never mind. We can top deck our Boardwipe, perhaps. But his creatures still have haste, so any creature is still lethal. We top deck our Boardwipe. Okay, so never give up. I don't think it's enough to get us out of here, but you know. Oh, we don't get a creature. For a moment I was very hopeful, but now it's just if he plays a creature we're dead. Well, we're no longer dead if he plays a creature. Oh, well, it was a good top deck, but we didn't get to live the dream. Okay, well, we're dead. Yep. So I'm going to cut a land and probably regret it, because every time I cut a land from any 17 land deck, because I'm flooded, it suddenly feels as if I only have 12. And I think you all know the feeling. Okay. So let's get rid of a plains and put in something cheap. Sure. No. I think it's good because it's an enchantment removal. So far 0-2. Flooded both games. Let's at least hope to be able to play a game without being flooded like crazy. And yet again, the game nearly crashes because it's found an opponent. This game is getting buggier and buggier by the day. Yeah, this is decent. Would like to draw the orb at some point. Oh, well, there we go. I meant the globe, but so far our prayers are being heard. So there's yeah, there is a reason to play this on turn 3 instead of the Anafenza. Because then we can play this on turn 4. Let's just get in for some damage first. And, you know, turn 6 we can always double spell these two. And I want to use this when he tries to remove something, so at least we get some value from it. Okay. Don't think I care about offering the trade here. And next turn, any land that we find, as long as the dragon is alive, we put in play tapped. And I'm not even sure which one to pick. Probably the one which I have the least of. Wow. So I guess we just remove that. Get our dragoon back. Guess I don't really care. Not sure what he has, but yeah, that's a good card. So next turn, I think when that attacks, we have to use the Sentinel and the Exile. So let's find a land first. And green or red for sure. Let's go red. And now we attack and we surveil. Don't care about that too much. I mean, we have the orb to fix us for most of the mana. And anything dying now is just a free token. Ouch. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Any target would have been terrible. To my face also. Yep. Gain some life. What is it with these? I even cut a land. I'm not sure if it's the deck or just being unlucky, but not really helps. I mean, it doesn't really help. Not really helps is terrible English. Could use the Boardwipe again. Yeah, well, he has a good deck. Yeesh. I think we're pretty much dead here. I hope he targets me, but I don't think he will. Yeah, that doesn't help as well. We're about dead. We get 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Okay, well, we're dead. Wow, well, terrible games. 0-3. Not sure what went wrong here. I think I was flooded at least 2 of the games. If you do have any feedback about my deck or my deck building, apart from splashing the 3 colors, which by the way worked out fine, but if you have any feedback about this deck, if you say, wow, this should be different, please do let me know. I am open to feedback, which is the whole goal of this channel. So thank you for watching. Hopefully next time it will go a little bit better than 0-3, but I will hopefully see you in the next time. Goodbye.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.